Most of us spend our days at the mercy of things we didn't see coming. A spilled cup, a late train, or a sharp comment from a colleague can derail our focus and dictate our mood for hours. The Stoics argued that this vulnerability is a choice. They believed that while we can't stop the world from being unpredictable, we can build a state of mind that remains undisturbed by it. To do that, we are moving past theory. We are going to build a physical Stoic blueprint, a written set of instructions for your own character. You will need a physical notebook, a pen, and 10 minutes of total focus. You also need to identify one specific thing that is frustrating you right now. Open to a blank page. We are moving from listening to active psychological construction. Passively hearing these ideas changes very little. Reclaiming your time and focus requires you to map out your internal boundaries in ink. Step 1 is the control audit. Draw a vertical line down the center of your page. Title the left side, "In My Control," and the right side, "Not in My Control." In the left column, list 3 things. First, your will, your specific ideas about the world, and how you use those ideas. This is the only area where you have true agency. Now, look at the right column. This is for everything else: the economy, the weather, and especially the opinions and actions of other people. Be precise here. If you find yourself writing "influencing my boss" on the left, cross it out and move it to the right. How they react is their business, not yours. By explicitly separating these 2 lists, you stop wasting energy on the right column. This clarity is the first step toward a mind that cannot be easily rattled by external shifts. Turn to a fresh page. It's time to move from what you control to who you are. We need to define exactly what kind of person you aspire to be. List 3 to 5 specific traits modeled after someone you respect. Don't be vague. Use clear standards like patient, honest, or unaltered by insults. You should be able to look at this list and know exactly how this ideal self would act in any situation, whether you are in a high-pressure meeting or completely alone. Notice if you feel the urge to add "respected by others" to this list. If you do, cross it out. Seeking validation from others hands your happiness back to the "not in my control" column. A written standard gives your life a consistent direction. When you have a clear definition of your character, your actions are driven by your principles rather than your moods. Even with a defined character, setbacks will still happen. To handle them, you need a preset response protocol. Diagram these 4 steps. First, identify the trigger. Second, step away. Third, refuse to react. Fourth, think clearly. This protocol creates a gap between the event and your reaction. It's your interpretation of the event that causes distress. The biggest obstacle to this protocol is the habit of blaming. We blame our colleagues for our stress or ourselves for our mistakes. At the bottom of your protocol, write in large letters: "Never blame others. Never blame myself." Blame is a distraction that keeps you stuck in the "not in my control" column. Removing it allows you to focus entirely on how you will use the current situation to practice your principles. Now finalize this document. Write today's date and sign your name at the bottom of the page. Treat this signature as a personal contract. These aren't just ideas you've read, they are now the specific rules you have agreed to follow. Stoicism teaches that every moment you spend waiting to start is a moment you remain vulnerable to frustration and mediocrity. Put these principles into practice right now. The time for making excuses or delaying your progress has ended. The act of signing this page shifts the exercise from a theory in your head to a specific commitment on the page, a baseline you can return to every time the world becomes chaotic. You have finished your blueprint. You have moved ancient wisdom out of a book and into a tool you can actually use. You now have your control audit, your ideal self-definition, and your response protocol. These 3 assets provide a practical framework for facing difficulty. Instead, a specific process to follow to regain your composure. Keep this notebook within reach. The next time you feel a surge of anger or anxiety, open to these pages and read your own instructions before you say a single word. We cannot choose what the world throws at us, but by using this blueprint, we ensure that we always have the choice of how we answer.